Hi, my name is Pete. I'm here to tell a little bit of my story. So, my name is Peteys. I am 23 years old, single. I live in basically this small apartment, but very independent, because I was raised to be an independent person. I'm a cook in the budget. Scrambled eggs and tuna fish. Can't go wrong. Add a little bit of hot sauce if you want. I like ketchup, but that's just me. I like living on my own, but sometimes some days are harder than others, but I still get through it, and I like to thank God for that. I was born in the Philippines in an orphanage, and I was born with what you see here, no arms past the forearm, and I'm missing a left leg, but it's cool because I can take this leg off and throw it. I was adopted into a 10-member family. I had 5 brothers and 5 sisters, and 2 loving parents. And they took me in when they saw me in a flyer, and they saw me as a baby, and they said, hey, you know what? This is our chance to adopt this young guy, and they never looked back. And I got this opportunity to live a life here in America, and I love it. I love every moment of it. And now we're taking a left turn now, as the car is coming in my way. Oops. Literally, no hands, and my arms are still on the steering wheel, guys. Seriously. So as you can see, I am what they consider physically disabled, but I think that's rather not true. Clearly I can cook, I can clean, and that's I do as much as any normal person can do, if not more, depending on what that is. As a child growing up, it's hard, especially if you're just a normal kid, and you go through being picked on, and you go through trying to find a purpose or a setting or a group that you like to hang out with. And for me, it wasn't hard, but part of me wasn't always happy. Just because growing up without arms and with one leg, and the way my face is, I always questioned why. But as I grew up, I played for Greater New Bedford Regional Vocational Technical High School in New Bedford, Massachusetts. I became varsity my sophomore year. And the greatest thing about football is that you get knocked down, but you get right back up, and that's what I did. I remember going up against a huge linebacker, and I got right back up. And my coach, was very, very fond of that, because sometimes we get knocked down, but we got to get back up. I also got a couple of scholarships for playing football. I also run track, and we're always trying to run for a certain goal in life. And I didn't know what my goal was to win the race, but track, as it was, I was still kind of slow because you have a dead leg that's weighing you down. But my leg isn't dead; it's just fake. And so, so I ran track for 2 years, freshman year and then my senior year. I got a couple of awards. I got the Frank Kelly Adversity Award, which basically means that I overcame certain situations physically and mentally. And I guess the coaches really thought that was inspiring, so they chose me, and I accepted it. I also got another award for football for the Courageous Award, Courageous Player Award, and that basically means the same thing as the Adversity Award for track. It just meant that I overcame certain things, and I had the courage to keep going, even when the going got really tough at times. But I didn't give up. There was moments that you want to quit, but I didn't. High school for me was ideal, for some. Um, I got a lot of friends. I had a lot of friends. Um, I got to become Mr. Vote Tech, which basically is a contest to see who's the person that would represent Vote Tech the best. And it's basically for seniors. And so I applied for that. Some of my friends kind of looked at me and said, oh great, now we have to compete with this kid. And I think it pushed them to really show who they are too. I'm just living my life as it should be, and that's with joy and happiness, and try not to expect anything from anyone that I wouldn't expect from myself. So if I expect happiness and joy in myself, then I hope someone around me is happy and joyful as well. And some people say that I push them. I don't have to say a word, it's just through what I do in everyday life, regardless of what that is. I don't know, some people say I inspire them. I personally tell them they inspire me because, some days are harder than others. And, regardless if you're missing a limb or you don't look the way you would like to look, if you can get up every single morning and just thank whoever God you think, or whatever religion you are about, I don't really care. I just thank God every morning that I'm able to wake up and to look at the sun and say, hey, this is another good day for me. And I'm very grateful. Now what I do is I work for my church, my local church, and I love every second of it. This is my church, where basically I do everything for the work of God. We just got out of service and there's about to be another one, so everybody's in a rush. But that's basically where I play my drums over there. And,
that's so great.
That's my church. This is my church life. I have been waiting for this opportunity since it was presented when I was 8 or 9 years old, but they couldn't do it yet because of technology. However, what we're going to do is basically reform what's missing on my face, and that's the lower lip, the teeth, the jaw, to shape it, and to hopefully, make my face look what it would look like with the lower lip. And I love pizza. Okay, who doesn't? If you're American and you don't like pizza, what's wrong with you? Okay, and so uh, the thing with that is the crust, or the dough, that the cooked dough that's nice and crispy and so warm. I mean, it's so hard and brittle. It cuts my gums at the bottom. I don't have lower teeth, and so that's also going to be the part of the surgery. And however, they believe that and it's not the doctors. It's actually the insurance believes that it's more of a cosmetic than a surgical thing. $50,000. Okay. I don't have that much money unless I win the lottery, but I don't like to gamble, so I don't. I trust in that God's gonna provide, but I believe He uses people who have a giving heart to do that in any way. So this surgery is very a very big thing. We everybody takes things for granted, certain things, whatever it is, even waking up in the morning is a huge thing, to be able to be alive the next day, and to live out a fulfilling life is quite everybody's necessity. But for me, for this surgery, for my face to look normal, or the way God had intended it to be, um, I'd be so blessed, beyond anything. So I'm grateful, and I truly believe that God is blessing with people who are willing to do this and who are excited to do this, and I'm excited to do this as well, because this would absolutely not only help out, my just my everyday life, but just business-wise, to be able to get a job, to have a normal face, to be able to actually have a relationship, and I'm not to say that every woman who looks at me and says that I'm ugly or freaks them out, but, to be able to have a full face, it's a lot more easier to talk to, and at least that's how I felt when I was growing up. And I'm not saying that I feel it that way now, but I don't expect all my problems to be solved. I don't expect everything to be handed to me. Is basically what I'm saying. Basically, my life's dream, my life's goal, is to have somewhat of a normal look to me, would be awesome. So the main focus of this video is to ask for help. Basically, it's my last lifeline that I have to 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 see if anybody can help me, and I'm praying and hoping that that you have connections, or you yourself can lend a hand to allowing this surgery, this procedure of mine that's been my lifelong dream to have done, be able to come true. So thank you, and God bless.